People often assume a highly active mind is a pure advantage. They view high IQ as an engine that drives you through life without friction. But the reality of extreme intelligence is often much quieter. It is also much heavier than the stereotype suggests. From the outside, it looks like effortless mastery of the world. Inside, it often masks a completely overwhelmed nervous system. One explanation is the hyper-brain/hyper-body theory. It suggests highly intelligent individuals possess more than just a fast cognitive processor. They often have fundamentally overreactive nervous systems. Your mind easily processes complex information, but this comes at a physiological cost. It makes you highly sensitive to environmental stimuli and prone to chronic stress. This heightened reactivity expresses itself in overexcitabilities. These are emotional, imaginational, intellectual, psychomotor, and sensual intensities. Together, they make the world feel incredibly loud. Interestingly, raw intelligence is rarely the source of the deepest pain. Studies indicate that high cognitive ability does not inherently increase your risk of psychological maladjustment. Rather, the damage often begins when you are labeled as gifted. Once that label applies, social expectations shift around you. You start receiving inconsistent feedback from parents and teachers. This leaves you confused. Are you valued for who you are, or just for what your brain produces? You are taught to prize your intellect. Yet society discourages you from openly discussing it, viewing it as bragging. This forces you to hide a fundamental part of your identity. You feel entirely different but remain unable to acknowledge why. This friction is even more severe for twice exceptional individuals. These are people with extreme intelligence alongside diagnoses like ADHD or autism. They often show higher rates of anxiety, depression, and loneliness. But even without comorbid conditions, envisioning perfection creates a heavy burden. You vividly imagine the ideal outcome. Thus, the gap between your vision and your actual achievement can devastate your self-esteem. This explains why many exceptionally capable people suffer from the imposter phenomenon. It is a behavioral syndrome where you cannot internalize your own success. You live in perpetual fear of being exposed as a fraud, despite clear evidence of your competence. Your mind naturally traces ideas to their ultimate conclusions. As a result, you are uniquely prone to existential depression. You ponder concerns like death, freedom, isolation, and meaninglessness long before your peers. This can trigger profound existential crises at an unexpectedly young age. You are an idealist who clearly sees how the world could be. Because of this, you feel the world's shortcomings intensely. Your emotional expressions might be subtle. Others often fail to realize how deeply you are hurting. This cements a profound sense of isolation. Not every highly intelligent person arrives at this specific exhaustion point. Research shows high-ability students can sometimes leverage adaptive perfectionism. They can do this without harming their psychological well-being. Protective factors can foster incredible resilience. These include supportive relationships or educational environments that actually understand these unique intensities. But perhaps you recognize yourself in this quiet struggle. If so, it is vital to understand your exhaustion is not a sign of weakness. Your tendency to overthink is not a flaw. Neither is your profound sensitivity or your private existential grief. They are natural adaptations. Your mind simply takes in too much of the world. You are not broken for feeling burdened by your own awareness. You are simply carrying a heavy, beautiful instrument. It is entirely okay to put it down for a moment. Let the world be imperfect and just breathe.